What is going on, YouTube? I am Germ here. So obviously one of the biggest stories this past week, seemingly coming out of nowhere, was Cloud9 deciding to bench Zven. This was after they just had a pretty good MSI performance, and honestly at MSI, Zven was pretty good, and this left a lot of people wondering what the heck was going on. You know, obviously King is being promoted, Zven is being sent down to Academy, and it doesn't have to necessarily be a permanent change. Maybe they can swap back and forth if King doesn't do well, or if Zven really starts popping off in Academy, maybe they'll make the change back. But starting in the summer split, King is going to be Cloud9 starting AD carry for a team that just won an LCS title. This was very, very crazy. Zven has been a well-respected, well-performing veteran in the esports scene for quite some time, so this was really, really crazy. And recently on the Nines, Monte Cristo, Fudge, and Max Waldo were actually discussing, like it says in this clip, Max Waldo and Fudge on Sven's benching, talking about Zven being benched and discussing what potentially could be going on in the future. So I thought this would be really interesting to watch and talk about. Make sure you guys drop a like. It helps me out a ton with the YouTube algorithm. That'd be absolutely awesome. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. With that being said, let's see what these guys got to say about the situation. Again, you know, Max Waldo is obviously a coach for Cloud9. He might have some inside information. Fudge, I wanted to say Zven and Fudge together. Fudge, obviously being on Cloud9, might have something going on behind the scenes. And maybe Monty's heard a little rumor or something. Who knows? This clip came up on my Twitter feed, though, so let's check it out.
Blabber and Svenskeren previously have kind of this sixth player mentality. Is Zven able to kind of get back up to the main roster right now, depending on performance? What's the team's attitude about how the roster scenario is going to play out? Because obviously Zven is I know he's a grinder. He plays a ton. And so I don't think his work ethic is really like the issue.
So, obviously a great question, and like he talked about at the beginning, Cloud9 has previously done this before, you know, kind of swapping out people with Svenskeren and Blabber, as Blabber was kind of young and coming up, and that's maybe could be seen as similar to the situation between King and Zven. King, not like as young or inexperienced. We've actually, you know, King has a lot of experience, and people are kind of ready for him to go, and that could be really, really interesting, fun, and exciting. Also, we've seen Cloud9, yeah, do some role swaps and stuff, not role swaps, just kind of exchanges and stuff before with in the mid lane when they had Jensen with Golden Glue as well. So Cloud9 has definitely been shown in the past to, yeah, maybe do some 6-man rosters, maybe even do 7-man rosters, be swapping people in and out. So is that the plan for Zven? Is he just bench? Is he coming back? Definitely a very, very good question, and something that a lot of people have been talking about as well. And it'll be cool to hear from a Cloud9 coach about something like this.
Yeah, it's definitely not his work ethic.
So I thought that was really weird. I'm not sure what exactly that means, because a lot of people have been talking about, you know, why did Zven get benched? He played pretty well at MSI. He played pretty well in the spring split. He's one of the best AD carries in the LCS in most people's eyes. So why would he get benched? Why would this be happening now? Did something happen behind the scenes? Is there an argument? Is there a philosophical difference in how you play the game? Something like that. What is going on? And this is kind of a weird answer by Max Waldo, just laughing and saying that it's not his work ethic. Well, then what is it? That makes it sound like it is something. Because, you know, what are the different options? Kind of weird, kind of interesting, definitely making me curious. Also, the big thing, though, is, you know, it could come down to being a money issue. Obviously, King is an OSH player, so he is now a resident player in North America. If Cloud9 does want to import in the future, if the import rule doesn't get removed, then potentially being able to get another resident player in the lineup, and King could open up some more possibilities for their team. You know, there's been rumors of, like, North American Yankos, you know, different stuff like that, maybe self-made, who knows? And that stuff can't happen with Zven at AD carry. So, you know, there could be some other stuff going on behind the scenes.
I agree.
I agree. So we're just checking the reasons off. We're getting closer to the truth slowly.
I don't think Zven will play in summer.
Okay.
So that's crazy. I mean, he just point blank says it, that he does not think this is going to be a 6-man rotation type of thing. This is not going to be a Blabber and Svenskeren or a Jensen and Golden Glue or whoever else. He thinks this is going to be King as the AD carry for Cloud9. Now, does he think that because he thinks King is going to come in and do so good? Does he think that because something went on where he doesn't think Sven's going to be coming back? Who knows? But then also for the future, what does that mean for Zven? Is Zven going to be sold off? Is he going to be traded? Is he just going to stay in Academy until his contract expires? Is there another team in the LCS that'll be interested in him? Is he going to return to Europe? Is he going to have to, like, retire? You know, what is going to go on? You wouldn't think. You think there would be plenty more opportunities out there for him, but who's it going to be? Does Team Liquid Zven become an option? Would they see him as an upgrade over Tactical, especially because Tactical is a North American player and young and has the future ahead of him? You know, I don't know. That honestly could be an interesting route, and that kind of gets me thinking a little bit. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Sven's interested in. A very, very competitive guy. He wants to play on top, high-level teams. He wants to grind it out. But yeah, I don't know. We're just at this really crazy point now where if Sven isn't going to get another chance, if he isn't going to be swapped in and out with King, if this isn't going to be a six-man roster, then yeah, what are they going to do? And I agree with that for the most part. If they think King is the guy that they want to try out, I think they should just give him a real shot. We haven't seen six-man rosters be all that successful in a lot of different places, especially in North America where coaching, infrastructure, management isn't that good, especially at a position like 80 carry where your 280 carries probably aren't going to have that different champion pools or play styles or anything like that anyway. So I don't think they would really benefit from swapping these two guys out other than causing synergy issues, causing chaos, causing stress, all that. So I think this is a good decision, but man, kind of crazy to hear from a coach of Cloud9. He's not the head coach. He doesn't have all the answers or anything like that. But for him to say he doesn't expect to see Zven in Summer Split, I think that's a little bit shocking. I think it's going to be a little bit shocking to a lot of people. But man, this is crazy how this is all coming out of nowhere, all happening so fast.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fudge, thoughts?
I'm not sure. We'll see, right? I mean,
Yeah.
I actually don't know. Like, I don't know what the plans are moving forward.
I don't know either, but
Blabberins.
So, I mean, that's it. That's what they had to say. Neither of them really know. Again, Max Waldo is not the guy behind the scenes making the decisions. Fudge obviously doesn't have the answers. It's not like all the management and everything's telling all them. And again, these plans could be coming from Mithy and Reignover. They could be coming as a strategical decision because an issue with Zven, or they don't think Sven's working out, or they think they're going to be better with King, or whatever. Maybe they just want to see what King's got. But it also could be something going on behind the scenes, being a call made from like Jack, where if he thinks it's going to help out the financial situation, whether it's being able to sell off King or sell off Zven or develop another regional talent so they can go make a big play in this offseason. It could be so many different things going on. It could be on so many different levels. But I do hope we find out the truth. And again, we will find out more and more as the season plays out, once we actually see how good King is, once we see how Zven does in Academy, and once we see the future roster moves that Cloud9 makes, because this could be the first stepping stone to Cloud9 making an absolute banger, crazy move in this next offseason. This could be the beginning of Cloud9 maybe selling off some assets, trying to get a bunch of money. I don't know exactly what their plans are, but you would assume benching Zven, one of the best 80 carries in spring, a guy who just did pretty well at MSI, you would assume benching him, you have a pretty concrete, solid, really good plan in mind if you were going to do something as crazy as like this. But yeah, I just did think it was really crazy that Max Waldo was like, he does not expect to see Zven in summer. So that's the information we got. Don't be holding your breath if you're waiting for Zven to come back as a Cloud9 fan, as a Zven fan, whoever. But that is pretty much every video today, guys. Definitely drop a like if you did enjoy it. I would appreciate it so much. It really does help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Leave a comment down below. Do you think we should see Zven back? What team should want him? What team should he go to? I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. NA, LEC, whatever. Subscribe, stay updated on my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace!